do is we are going to make a pumpkin art piece. And so we learned a lot about shapes. So as you can see, what shape do you see in the pumpkin? You probably see a circle, right? And if you look closely in the center of the pumpkin, you will see an oval, and then you will see half of an oval on one side of the center of the pumpkin, and then half of an oval on the other side of the center of the pumpkin. Then you see another half of an oval on this side of the pumpkin, and another half of an oval on this side of the pumpkin. What do you see in the pumpkin's face? We see 2 triangles for the eyes, we see 1 square for the nose, and we see a smile. If you notice closely, it's almost like we see 1 curvy line going up and another curvy line going up, and they connect right here. Okay, how about the stem? What shape do you see in the stem? We see a rectangle, right? And then how about for the leaf? We see like a long triangle that connects at the bottom, and we also see curvy lines here, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. You are going to get a paper with the shape of a pumpkin. You see the oval here in the center. You see half of an oval here on this side, half of an oval here on this side, half of another oval on this side, and half of another oval on this side. So you're going to take your scissors. Your scissors probably look like this. What I want you to do is make sure that your 3 fingers are in the large part of the scissors, so the large hole, and you're going to put them in here, dip them in there, and then you're going to take your thumb and put it inside the smaller circle that you see in the scissors. Once you've got your fingers inside of the scissors, you can go ahead and begin to cut. So I want you to go ahead and cut carefully along the lines you see. There's no rush, no rush. Cut carefully along those lines. Careful. Cut here and here. Cut carefully along those lines. And here. And along here. And along here. And here. Okay. And now you see your pumpkin. And what we're going to do is we are going to now cut out the face. And so you're going to get a picture of the face, and you can go ahead and begin to cut along the lines that you see here. Very carefully. Very carefully. Here's one triangle, and now we've got another one. Very carefully, no rush. Just take your time. Take your time. Now we've got 2 triangles for the eyes, and now we're going to cut out the square. Go ahead and cut carefully around the square. Now we've got the nose, and now cut carefully along those lines. You see the curvy lines? We see curvy lines connecting together, right? Okay, now we've got a smile. Next, we are going to cut our stem. You're going to get a paper with your stem, and what shape do we see here again? We see a rectangle, right? You're going to cut along those lines that you see. You see straight lines. Okay, around there. Now we've got our stem. And lastly, we are going to cut our leaf. So cut carefully along those lines that you see. Cut carefully. Okay. Now we've got our leaf. So what I want you to do now is you are going to go ahead and begin to glue. So all of you should take out your glue stick, and with your glue stick you are going to glue the back side of your pumpkin. You're going to glue your pumpkin right in the center of your paper. And now you'll take your eyes, and I want you to glue on the back of your eyes. So if you have black marker on the back, then I want you to go ahead and glue that side, okay? So you could go ahead and begin to glue. And I want you to put the face in the center of the large oval. So you'll glue here and there. There's two eyes. And now we've got our nose. Looks like the square for the nose. And then we've got our big smile. Remember, you're gluing on the back of your paper so we don't see the black. And now you've got a smiling pumpkin. And now let's go ahead and glue your stem. I want you to go ahead and glue on this side again where you see the black marker. So glue here. You're going to place it right here on the top of that big oval. And then glue the back side of the leaf where you see the marker. And we're going to glue your leaf right next to your stem. Okay? Now, with your leftover yellow paper, I would like for you to practice writing a word. We are going to write the word shine, because remember, we read the story about the pumpkin shining in front of the house for all of the neighbors to see, all of the friends of the farmer to see. So what I want you to do is you are going to write the word shine. We spell shine with an S and an H. Remember what the S and the H put together sound like? Sh, sh. And now we're going to write an I for shine. N, n. We're going to write an N and a silent E. Okay? And then I'd like for you to take your black marker or a black crayon if you have one, and you're going to go ahead and trace over your word shine. Okay? If you'd like to add a little exclamation point, you can. Okay? And I'd like for you to cut it out along the line here. Okay. All right. And now we can glue the back. And we're going to place it, let's place it right here. There we go. All right, so you can go ahead and write your name right here. In the corner. Okay. All right. And then let's remember we learned about shapes and we learned about how shapes can create a picture. We can use lines and shapes to create a picture. And here we see an oval. We see half of an oval, half of an oval, half of another oval, half of another oval. We see two triangles for the eyes, one square, two curvy lines connected together. We see the rectangle up here for the stem and a long triangle that connects at the end here for the leaf. All right, and just to remind you about the story, remember that the pumpkin became a shining pumpkin because the farmer was able to cut into the pumpkin and carve a smiling face and take out all of the slimy stuff out of it. And so what we want to remember is that we want to be shaped by who? Not by the world and not by anyone else, but by God, our master artist. We want to be shaped to be like Him so that we could shine for Him and He could shine through us. All right? Have an amazing day. See you later.